name is Aeta Alodia. My student number is 1x6110 and 32. In this video, I will make a video for final exam that tell about the article that tell about what does a critical period for second language question mean. KTP period evidence for a critical period of second language syntax a question that extend until late adolescence only declines by about 17 years. The conclusion from HTP is that the proposed critical period may represent a change in behavioral skills broader than just learning second language syntax. Johnson's proposed a framework that distinguishes between neurobiological views of critical period. John hypothesizes that performance improvement in different behavioral domains can be explained by the development of supporting neural or hardware. Johnson proposed the use of two models to link neurodevelopment with behavioral development known as interactive specialization or IS. Such models used by combining neural and behavioral approaches will enable them to link development to each other with appropriate changes. And then I will talk about summary HTP findings. HTP argued that a large sample was required in order to make sense of the potential effect that the age of an individual, age of first exposure to second language, and duration of exposure to second language could have on their result. Attribute this decline to change specific to late adolescence rather than developmental change that occur in early childhood or during the onset of puberty. Or for further discussion, see Justin and Newport, 1999. Finally, as an aside, it is worth noting that critical periods in second language have a more nuanced nature than critical periods in a first language, especially when secondly acquired or language not learned simultaneously, namely the learning of a second language will open other existing skills that are already present at the time that second language learning begins. This report from Newport since 2001. And then in the next section of this section, they will consider the implication of the HTP findings, which focus on three specific questions. The first question is, why does the HTTP critical period close so much more slowly than is typically used in the language acquisition literature? And the second question is, as the main region specializes more in behavior, the neck boring region maintain and refine related capabilities, and the behavioral neural network will shrink. In response to question 1, the critical period of closure could then be associated with a longer period of neurodevelopment than previously expected. Perhaps hyper-specialization of the associated region continued long after increase in infant plasticity that is usually associated with second language learning ability. As such, they could also answer question 2 and observe the development of specific areas or related skill that were clearly involved in networking in early childhood, but were transient during adolescence and are now involved only tangentially. In essence, NM provides a development framework for explaining the specialization of region and network in the brain that support new skills. The physiognometric predisposed areas. Predisposed areas. For example, the primary auditory context can then be required during the developmental period. The HTTP critical period to perform new function within a wider range of abilities, or such as improving the skills of the auditory system in language comprehension. Both consider the development of specialization is through the effect of pruning or localizing skills to smaller and smaller regions and networks, and how this affects neighboring specifications. Considering how the influence of these factors may differ between early and late bilinguals will also play a role in understanding how they affect the development of skills such as synthetic learning. Publication of HTTP involving large number of participants led to the identification of a critical period for syntax, with the acquisition window closed at 15.4 years old of age. The author confirmed that there are no known conflicts of interest associated with this publication, and there has been no significant financial support for this work that could have influenced its outcome. Research report in this publication was supported by National Institutes of Health to the National Institute on Aging under award number R21HG0636537, as well as to the National Institute of Child Health and Human Development under the award number P50HD052117. That's all I think about this article, and thank you.